photographs from them. It's a great interaction between the clients and our firm, and I think it's a very exciting thing that's going on right now with Google's analytics.
Or you're doing, I mean, is each attorney have?
I have the attorneys get involved. I'll do, every day I do an environmental scan of the internet. What's hot topics out there?
Okay.
What's going on? And then I'll shoot out to the attorneys. Here's 3 topics. Who wants to hit these for me today? And we'll get these out on the site this week.
Okay, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Casey, Josh?
Casey, go ahead.
I'm still thinking.
Oh, all right.
No problem.
I would, for me, it's just continuing the one-on-one, getting out and meeting with people one-on-one, because I really enjoy it and it comes naturally. So for me, that's a great way just to continue to develop relationships and continue with the video. Trying to really pump up the videos this year.
Yeah, I think that's a great way. I mean, I think since people are searching on YouTube for everything, it's unbelievable what people are searching for, and you can find videos on all topics.
I need to put that Gangnam Style dance in one of my videos. I think I'll get a lot of hits.
You go viral.
Yes, I don't know. However many hits are being accounted for, I think that the Mitt Romney version, my son keeps watching it. I'm like, he's 8. Stop watching it. What is you're doing?
We need to put like a little dance in our legal videos, and all of a sudden
we'd be big.
Viewers,
we'd be
right?
huge.
There you go, everyone listening. That's what we need to do. So, Casey, was there anything that you were thinking that?
No, I'm having trouble thinking of the one thing that's really working. You kind of put in my head that I can't tell you the one way to get 30 referrals. I can tell you 30 ways to get one, and it's really
not one thing. Okay.
Sticking with the plan, executing it, and letting people know if you have good stuff, let them know you got it.
Right.
And that's what we're trying with Milo and things like that. We're really trying to make sure our friends, the elder care community knows what we have.
I would think
sharing it.
Yeah, that of all 3 of you that are sitting here, I would think yours probably is going out and meeting those referral partners, so to speak. Who because there's so many related industries that touch yours in your that are related to seniors, that I would think that getting out there and meeting people is really important, especially.
Yeah, because it's always like a puzzle. We're involved, but then there's 3 different specialties that might be involved. It might be a realtor, it might be a house cleaner, somebody who puts things together. It might be a social worker in one client. The next client, it's 3 different professionals, a home care agency, and this person, and it's always trying to find the puzzle pieces that fit. So by making sure they know what we do, we know what they do, we're able to pull the professionals together to work as a team to help the clients, and it's a huge advantage when you are networking and making sure we know what each other does.
Right, because you're right. In your case, I would think that there could be a variety of different people that are touching that senior, so to speak, who would be able to notice that something has changed in their health and that it's time something needs to be done, and it may be a legal issue where they need to bring someone in. So
that's right.
I didn't hear anybody talking about email marketing. Is anyone doing anything online as far as e-newsletters or anything like that?
I haven't done that yet. I don't do a lot of the constant contact or things like that. I know for myself, I'm inundated with some of that in my box. Mm-hmm. So I haven't really become a fan of that medium. I feel like I can put my resources to better use. Right. Yes, right. I think that there's a fine line between, I'm amazed at some people who just think that they should send something to me every time they think. Twice a week. So I think if you're going to do it, it gets because you get desensitized to it.
You do.
And I will find myself just delete because it's just too much.
I agree with you. After a while, I'm noticing, just for the nature of the industry, that mailboxes tend to be a little emptier, and that I tend to read, I'm reading that a little bit more than I used to, because you're right, when you go and check your email in the morning and there's just tons of them and you just want to go through and see what's important.
Right.
And you have to, go through all of the...
It's junk mail. It gets to be the junk mail that sits on your kitchen counter.
Right.
You want to get to and never do.
Right, exactly. Well, I think we touched on some good points today. Definitely being able to show that you're knowledgeable, show that you're credible, professional, through the website. And as well as being able to get the job done, which is what I think all of you were saying, that it's one thing to be able to look professional, but you have to be able to execute as well.
Absolutely.
So.
At The Y, it's about more than sports and working out.
It's about making my community better.
Living a healthier life.
Spending time together as a family.
It's where I go to learn and play after school.
The Y strengthens communities
by helping kids reach their full potential.
encouraging healthy living,
and inspiring social responsibility.
Get involved. Find a Y near you. Visit ymca.net.
When water, smoke, or fire damage your home, it can be devastating. When every minute counts, call PuroClean, the paramedics of property damage. We're there for you when you need us the most, responding quickly with compassion, doing whatever it takes to give you back your home and sense of security. That's why we're trusted by insurance professionals and property owners nationwide. PuroClean, the paramedics of property damage.
Life can hit you with the unexpected. The loss of a job, a sudden illness, a dramatic jump in your mortgage payment, leaving you feeling helpless, forcing you to make difficult decisions. If you've fallen behind on your mortgage, are worried about financial problems, or are afraid of foreclosure, it's time to take control. You don't have to lose your home. The National Foundation for Credit Counseling can help. Seek advice from our certified housing counselors today. Call us at 866-687-6322 or visit mortgagehelpnow.org. The National Foundation for Credit Counseling. Real solutions for real people.
The National Foundation for Credit Counseling is a nonprofit organization that has been providing financial counseling and education for 60 years. Our national network of member agencies have helped millions of consumers with foreclosure prevention. NFCC member agencies are approved by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development.
Okay, we're back, and we just are here today talking about marketing for lawyers, and we've got three guests here from different areas of law, and we're just talking about how marketing has really changed over even the last 5 years and how companies are taking advantage of all different ways to market their business. And Casey, during the break, we were just talking just a little bit about how you came up with the Milo idea, and if you wouldn't mind retelling just a little bit of that, how you came up with that first. You said you had a case that had to be done in a day.
It was a Friday afternoon. It was a rainy day in the fall, and our office is about 15 minutes from a local hospital that we can get to, if there's no traffic, 10, 15 minutes to get there. But I had to go on a Friday afternoon. It was raining. I drove to the hospital. I parked. I had to go in, meet with the client. It was a client who was actively dying. We had to get this done that day because he was on hospice. He was predicted not to make it through the weekend. So we got there. I went in. I met with him, took all his information, drove back to my office, drafted the documents, went back a second time, met with him. By the time it was all done, he rejected the first set of documents because he wanted to make another change. So I had to go back to the office a second time.
There's some irony there, I think. I don't know.
There is. So what ended up happening was it took me 3 trips to the hospital in 6 hours.
Okay.
Where we had to drop everything and meet with this fella. And we realized that we've got to be able to do this more efficiently because we have so many people who have this need that we decided if I could stay in the office and we could take the office to him, and I can just do the work sitting there. If he rejects a document and I'm sitting in my office, that's fine. I can real quick fix it and send it right back online through email. No problem at all. We print it again and go through it. So it takes a 6-hour job and turns it in to me to 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
So much easier to fit that in your day on an emergency basis than trying to find a 6-hour block of time.
Right. So that was how this got started. It was kind of a, what do they call it, aha moment? Right.
Exactly.
Aha.
Yeah. I have a question for you guys. And, attorneys, image is everything to me. Image and, how do you guys, or what image do you think you guys kind of fall under? Like, for instance, you guys are the big brothers of adults. Usually when you're younger, kid picks on you, I'm going to get my brother, okay, or my big sister. Okay, in the adult world, you know what? You mess with me, I'm going to get my attorney, and we're going to rough you guys up. That's what we are as adults. That's what you guys have become, our big brothers and big sister. How do you think your image is out there in the market? Like for instance, Casey, you're kind of different. You're in elderly law, so you have to be that compassionate person. That what I mean?
That's right. Our clients come and they sit across from us, and they're holding that chair so hard their knuckles are white. You can see they're just hanging on. And our job during that meeting is to get them to release their grip a little bit and relax and know that we can help them through this. So while we're the big brother, we're the one who's not going to go out and beat anybody up, although sometimes we have to do that too when it comes to litigation over an estate. But we're the ones that are going to give them a hug. The little brother comes and he got pushed over, and we're the big brother that gives him a hug, puts our arm around him, and says, let's go outside and have a catch. That's what we do with our clients.
Now, so when you're marketing more on, I'll say, a soft market, like a
softer approach.
Softer approach.
No, not really. We market crisis management. See, we're marketing for your crisis. If your gravity point is the couch, if that's where everybody wants to sit, with their head in the sand, when the only time they're going to do anything is when the crisis occurs. And we're saying, when you have your crisis, you come to us, we'll help you get through it. And that's what we're doing.
That's so what you just said about head in the sand. I think you're right. I think that's where most of your clients, before they get to you, that's where they are.
Well, and that's where they are after the 3-day window when that crisis has passed. Oh, my goodness, Mom was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. It's the end of the world. And then 3 days later, they realize, you know what, nothing's really changed. We can sit back and relax until something else happens.
Right.
And that's what, and we want to help them when they're in that moment of crisis and they're running around and saying, what do I do next? We can tell them what to do next.
Interesting.
And Josh, you're interesting because you're business. You're like a business attorney, real estate. Right. So to me, when I look at you, and you're dressed the part too. I mean, sharp, young-looking guy. You know what I mean? Like savvy business person, and you have to have that. You know what? That's why when you said video, I was like, dude, you're right on because when they see you, they're saying, hey, man, this looks like a sharp, educated guy. I want to go with him. So you're going down the right.
I appreciate that. That's very nice of you, Keith.
Seriously, since I first met you, because me and Josh.
We don't have video right now in December when we start video.
Right. All right. So we'll come back and do another segment on video.
So how do you, when you're out there, I guess you gotta have to be. You're not that.
I think his edge would be a little more firm than, say, what Casey's doing. I think because you're probably dealing with contracts.
Yeah, I have to be like a personality manager because a lot of and I think that's one of the things I'm actually good at, so it fits my personality. At any given time I could have 10 different people involved in a transaction. I could have brokers, I could have a bank, a title company, an engineer, the clients, the opposing side. Somehow I have to manage all these personalities and make everyone come together, find a common ground so the deal can get done. So that's hopefully how my clients see me, as someone who, because they could be, yelling at me and then the other side's yelling at me, and I have to put that aside and just focus and figure out calmly how to bring it all together. So hopefully that's what my clients think I can do.
There's a show on Showtime that goes on after Shameless. I can't think of it, but they put deals together. So funny. That's you right on.
Really? I have to look that up. I have to look that up.
At the end of the day, it's like, you know what, I'll think of the name of it. Okay. And then Cheryl, divorce, family law. Mm-hmm. So you're good wife all the way.
I don't. I've seen one episode, so I know
your firm is good wife all the way because you know what, your attorneys.
Well, it's a lot of
kind of have
understanding,
to be,
compassionate.
Not bullies, but they have to be kind of on the more stern end.
Well, on the more stern end, maybe to the other side, but with our clients, compassion rules. And that starts from Bob Adenolfi and Ron Lieberman. They, insist on that because we really are seeing these people at the absolute worst in their lives. Their families, dissolving, finances are changing, and things are always in crisis. The electric's getting turned off. He took the car. He picked my kid up from school, and I don't know where they are.
That's where the comes in.
And you have to be understanding, even though maybe that might be the third time we've heard that story that day. This is happening to them today, maybe for the first time in their lives. So compassion rules. And I think the other thing we talked about earlier, though,